Hey, welcome back everyone. It is now July 9th of 2020, and ever since the very end of the Skywalker saga, a lot of fans around the world have been very intrigued about the future of the Star Wars franchise and exactly what's going on with both Bob Iger and Bob Chapek and exactly how they're going to be handling all the new Star Wars TV shows, the new Star Wars movies, and more to arrive in the near future on Disney Plus and of course in theaters. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you are new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, the one thing about Disney Star Wars is that we do know that Bob Iger and Bob Chapek are really working at their best in order to really reunite the Star Wars fans around the world. They have over 10 years worth of Star Wars projects in the works on Disney Plus alone, and let's not forget about the fact that they are also hiring new creators coming on board over at Lucasfilm, as well as promoting others like Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau, and even of course including George Lucas into the mix in this new Star Wars universe. Of course, this all involves movies, TV shows, books, novels, comics, and video games. That's all going to be combined together to really try and attempt to make it just as big and successful as the Marvel Cinematic Universe, which, like I've said multiple times before in the past, that's going to be a very hard task to really complete. It's going to take a lot of time and effort to really get that down correctly. Now, with that being said, of course, what's really intriguing all has to do with one specific project that a lot of fans are up in arms over, and that is the Leslye Headland Star Wars TV show that is going to be created by Kathleen Kennedy and, of course, Leslye Headland, who is writing the Star Wars TV series as we speak. That's going to take Star Wars in a direction that a lot of fans may actually really dislike. Now, with that being said, of course, what's really interesting about all of this is that with both Disney and Lucasfilm now fully invested with their new Star Wars universe, it's noted that both Bob Iger and Bob Chapek are developing multiple plans in order to reunite the Star Wars fandom and to create a better future for Star Wars. Now, they currently have over 10 years worth of Star Wars projects in the works for Disney Plus alone, and that they are primarily focused on the new Star Wars films that are currently in development. However, one TV series that many fans are against is the Leslye Headland Star Wars TV show that is described to involve actress Brie Larson for the new show. It's described that Brie Larson's character is aimed to be a new Jedi Master with godlike powers, and is said to be based off of a Star Wars Legends character that will be reworked into the Star Wars story. It's described that Brie's character is described to be the new embodiment of the light side of the Force and was created by the Force itself in the new Star Wars TV series. So let me stop right here for a second, is that this is Leslye essentially taking an idea by Dave Filoni that he did in the Clone Wars, where it focused on the father, the son, and the daughter, which are essentially the embodiment of different types of the Force. We got the son, who is the dark side, the daughter is the light, and of course we've got the father. Now, the TV show is set to explain that Brie's character is essentially the light side of the Force in human form that will take on a great and new evil within the Star Wars universe, and that Leslye Headland wants to focus on Brie's character breaking the rules of what the Force is and what it is truly capable of, and that will change how Star Wars fans view the Force and Star Wars in general. This plan by Leslye is described to be something that Disney CEO Bob Chapek is 100% against as of right now. Let me say one thing about all of this, is that this is Leslye Headland essentially just taking something so big and important by Dave Filoni that he himself created, and her giving her own spin on it in her new TV show. That is something that I honestly don't respect, taking one's ideas and reworking it into their own Star Wars story, of how now Brie is going to be the embodiment of the light side of the Force, where she's not really the daughter per se. That I do have a problem with. However, they're going to actually take that idea and make her a character that is the embodiment of the light side of the Force, while at the same exact time making her a Jedi Master with these godlike powers because she is the embodiment of the light. Now, I'm not quite sure how a lot of fans are going to react to this, but I can only imagine how a good handful of Star Wars fans are really going to react to this, is that this really is not truly Star Wars at the end of the day. I feel that what Leslye is doing is that she's taking a lot of bits and pieces from other creators, throwing it into her story, and kind of just giving her own spin on everything. And this to me just sounds like sloppy writing so far. You know, all the ideas that she's implementing into this new Star Wars TV show, it just doesn't sound right for me as a fan and for the Star Wars community. You know, looking at Brie's character being so powerful just because, obviously I think that Leslye is doing it on purpose just because it's Brie Larson. You know, we've seen her with Captain Marvel and how they treated her in the MCU, and how even with future films they want pretty much Captain Marvel to be the new Iron Man, if you will, like the new main lead or the main focus of the MCU. And that's exactly what they're going to be doing with Captain Marvel 2 and, you know, future Avengers films that they are planning as we speak. So with that being said, of course, guys, you know, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.